Hi, and welcome back for the second part of my web series. Here I'm going to cover project creation, scheduling, and other aspects while building the project, like resource assignment, resource scheduling, resource reconciliation view, etc. So let's take a look at the demo.
So this is where we left the contract at the last time in the last webinar. We'll continue from here on to build the project. So if you see, there is a project CRM implementation of ASA that is tagged over here. So in order to build the project, the schedule and do the allocation over it, we'll click on CRM implementation of ASA, and it takes you to the project service project page, and it will facilitate you to make your schedule, do the team assignment, the resource assignment, reconciliation view, and all of that. We'll go through each one of them one by one. But once you click on the project, I'll take you to the summary view where you will see the basic header of what the project is, like the name of the project, the customer, the calendar template. And I want to stop at the calendar template because it is an important feature. Calendar template tells you about the working hours of a particular team or a particular team member. For in my instance, it is 8 hours of working per day that I've set, and Saturday, Sunday is non-working. And you have the currency in which your project is getting executed, your contracting unit, the base contracting unit from where the project will be executed, the project manager. Since I'm making the project, I'll be the project manager assigned to it. Your estimated start date and estimated finish date will be coming up over here. Now we'll move to the next step to build the schedule. Schedule versus the WBS, which was in V2. So we don't have a work breakdown structure in V3. So we have to say it bye-bye, and we'll use schedule view. And it is pretty good a view here in schedule to create the project plan. So if you observe, the first task is by default the project name. And if you click here, you can put the first task. Let's start building the project. I have the first task as designing, which is going to be of 150 hours. And the next is going to be, let's say, development, which is going to be around 200 hours. Unit testing, 50. UAT, 50. So if you observe, I'm just doing an enter. I've never taken my mouse to click on add, which was there in V2. To click on add, so it'll add a task and you can put it away. It is pretty simple. So I'm going to be doing project management. I'm going to be taking the project live. Okay, so project management, let's say it's around 25 hours of task, and go live will take around 20 hours of task. So correspondingly, what I'm going to do is make project management task as manual, since it's going to take around, let's say, 25 days of time. So I'm going to put 25 days. I'm going to put the predecessors to each one of them. Let's say development is only going to start when the designing is going to get over. So I'll put 1 so as to make a path. I'm going to say unit testing is going to be done once the development of each module is going to be done. UAT 3. That's it. And go live will officially follow after the UAT is done. Okay, fair enough. We have a project plan that is ready. So there's one more beautiful feature brought in V3 is the resource assignment that can directly be done while you build the schedule. You don't need to go to the schedule board first to allocate the team member, or the resource view to confirm the resources, build your team. So the building team part has become pretty simple over here. So if, let's say, my designing is going to be done by one team member, which is going to be, let's say, Sachin is going to be doing my designing aspect, and the development is going to be done by, let's say, Priyesh. gonna be doing the unit testing is done by Sachin, UAT by Priyesh and Sachin both. Project management is done by me. Yeah, so you have the entire team built over here. And just so to view the team member, we'll take a look at the team tab over here. And if you see Sachin, Priyesh, myself are all added in the team. Well, but if you see the role of Sachin as team member and Priyesh is also team member, so I'd like to correct the role over here. For Sachin, I don't want him to be a part of the team as a team member. I want him to be a developer role. And also for Priyesh, it'll be a role as developer. So I'll correct that role. Sorted. If I move down to the next resource assignment, I have three ways in which I can have a look at by the role, which is the default one that you can see is by developer, by category, and by resource. I am pretty comfortable with the resource role because it makes me understand per resource what all tasks is he going to perform. So if you see Sachin in the designing is going to be doing 24 hours of work in 23rd December week. Thereafter 40 hours is being assigned. Similarly, for Priyesh, since we put the predecessor, the development will start once the designing is getting over and will commence the work from 20th January and so on and so forth. And if project manager is going to be assigned 3 hours in the week of 23rd, 5 hours in 30th, and likewise. So you can also have a day view over here so as to see the work split in each day. Right. So let's move on to the resource reconciliation view. So let me explain you a little bit about resource reconciliation view. There are many functions that resource reconciliation provides. One is by resource, you can check how many hours the resource is needed on which day. Second, by the color coding, you understand the need of it, whether they are booked or on it or not. So if you see Kuldeep Gupta on 23rd of December is needed for -3 hours, meaning with the yellow color means the booking has not been done. And with the blue color, once the booking is done, it changes to blue color. So let's go ahead and try to book a particular resource. The third thing that I was about to tell you on this resource reconciliation view is that you can go ahead and use the functionality of extend booking in order to make the booking of the particular resource on a project. When you make the booking via extend booking, it is a hard booking that goes on a project and you need not go onto the schedule board to make the hard booking of a particular resource. Now the only thing that extend booking does is it will make the booking by respecting two things. First is the work hour template, and second it will make the booking split equally, meaning it will do the front loading of the hours. It will do the split equally between the number of days, and it will split the number of hours equally amongst the days that are available. So let's try to book Priyesh. So you also have a day view. So I'm going to switch first to the day view to see how many hours of booking is needed per day. So let's say th of January. Okay. Priyesh is needed for around, let's say, 32 hours in this week. So what I'm going to do is select all the 4 days, and if you see the extend booking button is enabled, I'm going to click on that, and if you see, it is telling me that it'll be current booking is 0 hours. That means Priyesh can be booked full 8 hours on each day. And if I click on OK, the bookings have been converted. So if you see, the yellow color is gone, and there is no excess booking that is come for Priyesh, hence there is no color on it. Okay, likewise, let's try to book Sachin on 21st. Okay, so what happens is it's indirectly building the allocations to the team, and the cost and the sales automatically come in once this allocation is done. So if you actually navigate to the schedule board to see whether the booking has been done or not, so I'll go to the schedule board. So this, we are just going to confirm whether the booking has been done or not. In order to check for Priyesh for the 21st of January, yep. So the 32 hours on CRM implementation of Acer is done. So this confirms that the booking from the extend bookings works fine, and you can also see it on the schedule board. So now when we open the schedule board, you can also make the booking from here. You get a list of project. You can always filter your project list from here. Sorry, from the project. CRM implementation of ASA, and you get a project requirement which is of 38 hours fulfilled. Okay, you can always make the booking of the project from here also, right? So if you go on the project again, so my project is CRM implementation FASA. So we check the resource reconciliation view. We'll go to the estimates view. So if you see the estimate, not all the tasks are allocated, so hence the entire cost or sales are not coming up. But for the tasks that are being allocated, you can always see the costs that have been coming up over here for the project manager for all the role. Resources wise also, if you see, the costs are coming up, the sales are not coming up. Probably we check because the price lists needs to be set properly for that particular this the cost. Yep. Well, if we moved on to the tracking, this is similar to the project tracking which was there in V2. You can check your effort hours. The remaining hours are similar as of now because the team members have not done any time entry and they have not been approved by the project managers, hence the actuals have also not come up over here, and hence the progress has been 0 as of now. So you can track the project status from here. So this status tab actually gives you the on time, whether the project is on time or on budget view, and sales will tell you actually which project is connected to which contract. And an expense estimate is like you can add an expense estimate as to how much can be an estimate of the there can be an expense estimate on the project of where. Likewise, if you see on the related tab, there are project team members that you can see, the resource requirements that you can see, and then actuals that you can see from here itself. So on the basis of this we complete our second web part, which is project creation and resource scheduling. And in the next part, we'll see the time entry and the expense entry and approval. Thank you.
So that completes my second part of the web series. For any further questions, please inbox me at kgupta@cloudfriends.com. In the next part of my web series, we shall cover time entry, expense entry and its approvals. So hold on till the next part comes in. Thank you and have a nice day.